Kate Middleton tells King Charles, Meghan Markle's return feels like a betrayal. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle enjoyed a surprise international trip last month as they headed to the Middle East on a visit to Jordan. The two-day overseas tour came ahead of their much-anticipated UK return this summer, but sources tell Closer that, with the royals in a state of chaos following the arrest of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, Prince William and Kate Middleton are not looking forward to the Sussexes returning to the UK. Kate's not thrilled, and that's putting it mildly. She feels there are lines that, once crossed, can't simply be erased, the insider says. The betrayals committed by Harry and those revelations in his memoir, Spare still burn. In Kate's view, publicly criticizing the institution on global platforms did real damage. She believes that kind of exposure chipped away at public trust. She thinks repeated public criticism from inside the family is destabilizing. It undermines the crown at its core, and at this already very delicate time for the royals with the arrest of Andrew, William and Kate are dead against the return of the Sussexes. In their view, a Sussex return would cause more instability, not less. Harry, 41, and Meghan, 44, traveled to Jordan for a two-day visit highlighting communities affected by conflict and displacement. Invited by World Health Organization Director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom, they met frontline medical teams and visited projects they support that evaluate children from war-torn Gaza to Jordan for urgent treatment. While it wasn't an official royal tour, palace sources say it carried a similar tone and structure, with the Sussexes approaching the trip as international advocates rather than former working royals, a distinction supporters say is increasingly pronounced against the backdrop of the furor surrounding Andrew's arrest and suspicion of misconduct in public office last month. Meghan has made somewhat of a comeback to the spotlight in recent weeks. She kicked off February with a solo red carpet outing at the 15% Pledge fundraising gala, before attending an NBA game with her husband days later. However, a photograph shared to Meghan's Instagram account showing Harry with the couple's daughter Lilibet, 4, thrust the family back into the spotlight. Having previously refrained from sharing their children's faces, the snap gave the first proper glimpse of Lilibet. Harry and Meghan's steady comeback comes at a difficult time for the royals, with insiders claiming that the Sussexes have their sights set on being saviors of the firm, 5 years after they stepped down from being working royals. The Jordan visit demonstrated that they can deliver serious, high-impact engagements without being entangled in the reputational damage overshadowing the institution. In their view, it was proof of global relevance, diplomatically calibrated and rooted in service, the source reveals. Harry has become increasingly convinced that the royal family is facing a constitutional crisis and that he and Meghan could help steady the ship. Between Andrew's arrest, the Jeffrey Epstein fallout, the reputational damage and the lack of working royals in their 30s and 40s, he thinks there's a genuine vacuum. He believes they could fill it.